Hello, I'm Ricky Saillas. After more than 25 years without any, the city of El Paso has confirmed cases of the measles virus in the Sun City. During the second week of July, the Department of Public Health announced that a woman and a toddler were both diagnosed with the virus. A total of 4 cases have been reported now and confirmed. The announcement comes as more than 1,000 cases have been reported across the states.
It's everyone's personal responsibility for themselves, for their family, to make sure that they protect not only themselves, because you don't get vaccinated just for yourself, you get vaccinated to protect the larger community.
Measles presents as a fever and a rash, which starts on the head or face, then moves down the body. Symptoms include red eyes, coughing, and sneezing. There is no treatment for measles. The virus must run its course. However, an infected person should be medically monitored in case other issues develop. For more information, visit ephealth.com and click on the measles banner. You can also call 211. The Department of Public Health wants to make sure you beat the crowds by vaccinating children ahead of the back-to-school rush. This month, the city's 3 immunization clinics are operating concurrently with extended hours. They are open from Monday through Thursday from 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon.
For parents, it's really important to get their kids vaccinated. It prevents a lot of preventable diseases that nobody wants to see their kids suffer through when it could have been prevented.
Clinic locations are posted on your screen. To check if you qualify or to make an appointment, call 915-212-6555 or visit ephealth.com. The city's health and fire departments are receiving national recognition for an innovative public health initiative. The past 5 years, the Vaccinations for Health program has provided health services to some of our community's most vulnerable. A group of El Pasoans traveled to Orlando for the 2019 National Association of County and City Health Officials Conference. They received the 2019 Model Practice Award. Using money from the Medicare Waiver Fund, more than 5,500 people have been immunized and have received basic health screenings. The goal is for other health departments to use this as a model for their communities. The Eastside Senior Center has been temporarily closed for renovations. It's undergoing about $1.5 million worth of upgrades to include a new heating and cooling system, a new roof, new ceiling, new flooring, and ADA accessible ramps, and an upgraded restroom, plus much more.
One of the largest population of Paso is the senior population. So we already seen that it's growing, and Parks and Recreation is expanding those facilities, especially on the east side, because it's one of the biggest part that is growing.
Regular activities have been moved to the Gary del Palacio Recreation Center on Eastwood Drive. This includes meals that are now being served for seniors at that rec center. It'll take construction crews at least a year to renovate the Eastside Senior Center. Are you looking to adopt or reclaim a lost pet from Animal Services? Some good news, the shelter is changing its hours to make it more convenient for residents. Starting Monday, July 22nd, the Animal Services Center will be open from noon to 7 p.m. The shift in public hours will allow customers to visit Animal Services later in the evening when residents are traditionally out of work. Previously, the shelter was open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The new hours will be in effect 7 days a week. Airport experts from around the world will land in El Paso for the Smart Airport and Regions Conference and exhibit that happens from July 22nd to July 24th at the Convention Center. More than 500 airport experts will discuss best practices and share trends, innovations, and experience in the field of aviation. Put together by the El Paso International Airport and Destination El Paso, the conference includes an airport tour, workshops, trade exhibits, and networking opportunities. This is the first time El Paso has hosted the Smart Airport Conference. If you missed taking your child to the first read-along on the Streetcar event earlier this summer, good news, you'll get 2 more opportunities to do so. There's a read-along on Saturday, July 20th and August 17th. Both start at the main library at 10:30 a.m. Library staff will read several books to children as the streetcar makes its way through downtown and uptown. The ride is free, so is the reading. Just make sure you show up early because space is limited. Hard to believe, but the city is already organizing the largest art festival in our region. Artists and vendors are needed to take part in Chalk the Block that happens October 11th through the 13th. If you or someone you know has some mad chalking skills, then fill out an application at chalktheblock.com. Teenagers and young adults interested in law enforcement have a chance to get a behind-the-scenes look at the role of a police officer. Law Enforcement Explorers is a program for youth between 14 and 20. Organized by El Paso Police and the Boy Scouts of America, volunteers experience law enforcement life through training, competitions, and other hands-on activities. The year-round program currently has about 50 explorers. Your City in 5 caught up with 2 young ladies who are making the most out of this youth service provided by El Paso PD.
Growing up, my dad was a sheriff, and I always wanted to go into law enforcement because of that. So I came down to the station and I asked for an application. I went through the process and I got in.
My mom actually brought it up to my attention because when she was younger, she always wanted to be in it, but she never had the chance to.
The Explorer program, what it is it's at heart, it's a leadership program. The age limit or the age group would be 14 to 20 years old. We bring them in, we show them what it is to be a police officer. They are given a uniform. We do go over daily scenarios with them, stuff that a police officer would encounter. Domestic disturbances, burglaries in progress, conducting traffic stops, and even active shooting.
We'll learn new things and what the police officers do, everyday scenarios, and then with competition, it's a lot of fun.
In this program, you do a lot of volunteer work because it helps you get more involved with the community, and that's a lot of what being a police officer is.
It helps steer them away from any negative influence that they may come across in the community.
You build character and responsibility and respect for the officers and for yourself and for your fellow companions in the program.
You can put it on your resume when you go to get a job for colleges, scholarships.
Go to your local regional command, ask to speak with the police advisor in charge of the program. They'll get with you, they'll call you, and at that point you'll get your equipment issued and you'll start the program.
Thank you, Jonathan, for putting together that video. If you'd like to learn more about the Explorers program, visit the El Paso Police Department website. Well, we're out of time on this edition of Your City in 5, but before we go, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the life of one of the city's most dedicated public servants. It's with a heavy heart that we announce the passing of Beatrice Angie. B, as she was known, was a police record specialist for more than 52 years. We featured her last year on Your City in 5 as the longest tenured employee with the city. At the age of 93, she still worked with the police department up until a few weeks ago. Co-workers described her as dedicated and passionate about her job with police. Mayor and council held a moment of silence at a recent council meeting in her honor. Thank you, B, for your service to our community.